Let's jump right in, Julia. Have you noticed how often people ask, "So, what do you do?" It just pops up everywhere, from new friends to job interviews.
Honestly, it happens all the time. Sometimes I feel like it's the universal icebreaker. If you're learning English, being ready for that question can open so many doors socially and professionally.
Totally agree. I've been in random coffee shop lines and suddenly found myself explaining my job. It just comes up so naturally.
And it's not just about breaking the ice. If you want to work abroad or get a better job, you'll need to talk about your skills, your experience, even your daily tasks. That's huge for interviews and networking.
Absolutely. And the best part, you don't need super advanced English. Some key words and a bit of practice are all you need to sound confident. That actually reminds me, Julia, before we stress about interviews, we've got to get those basics down. What are some easy words people can start with?
Good question. I'd start with job titles: teacher, nurse, manager, designer, even student. And if you're between jobs, just say, "I'm looking for a job," or "I'm between jobs."
Right. And where you work is just as important. Hospital, office, restaurant, factory. The list goes on. I love how one simple change sets the scene. I work at a bank, or I work in a school.
Plus, those action words verbs are your best friends. Teach, build, sell, manage. Suddenly you can create real sentences like, "I teach math," or "I design websites."
And don't forget describing your job with adjectives. Stressful, fun, busy, interesting. Saying, "My job is busy but fun" adds so much personality. Funny how just a few words can get you started, right? Now, Julia, what's a simple sentence pattern listeners can use right away?
One of my favorites is, "I work as a..." So easy. Like, "I work as an engineer." Want to add where you work? Just say, "I work at a hospital," or "I work in an office."
And if you want to sound more professional, try, "I am responsible for." For example, "I am responsible for customer service." It tells people exactly what you do.
Totally. Or use "my job is to," like, "My job is to help customers." If your work has a bunch of tasks, list a few. I answer emails, schedule meetings, and talk to clients.
It's amazing how much clearer everything sounds with these patterns. Listeners, try making your own sentences with your job. It's easier than you think. So, you've got your sentences ready. Julia, what do you say when someone throws the classic, "What do you do?" your way?
Usually I go with, "I work as a," or just, "I'm a teacher." It feels natural and clear. If they ask, "Where do you work?" I just add, "I work in a city school," or "I work from home."
And when someone asks about your typical day, you can talk about your routine. I start my day checking emails, then meet with clients, and wrap up by 5.
Exactly. If they get more personal like, "Do you like your job?" feel free to be honest. You might say, "I enjoy helping people," or even, "It's a bit stressful, but I like it."
And, "How long have you been doing this?" is another big one. I usually say, "I've been working here for 3 years. Super simple, super clear. All right, now we're getting into the real details, daily tasks. Julia, what's a good way to describe what you actually do all day at work?
I always keep it simple. For example, I check emails, answer phone calls, write reports. To show how often you do things, words like usually, sometimes, or always are helpful.
Those little adverbs make a huge difference. Even just saying, "I usually start my day with a team meeting," or "I sometimes work late," paints a clear picture.
And for more variety, you can mention, "My job includes managing social media," or "I'm in charge of organizing events." It shows a bit of your responsibility, not just routine.
So listeners, think about 3 things you do at work every day and try saying them in English. Small steps, big progress. That reminds me sometimes you need to talk about your past jobs, like in interviews or on your CV. Julia, how do you make that easy in English?
I usually start with, "I used to work as a," or "I worked at." For example, "I used to work as a cashier." You can also say, "I was responsible for training new staff."
Oh, and don't forget to mention how long you did something. "I worked there for 2 years," or I had that job for 6 months. It helps your story feel complete.
Exactly. And if you're ever stuck, just keep it simple. Even saying, I used to work in a restaurant is a great start. The main thing is to use that past tense.
Looking ahead, it's also important to share your goals. Julia, what's a simple way for our listeners to talk about their future plans?
I love using phrases like, I want to, I hope to, or I'm going to. Like, I want to become a doctor, or I'm going to study business next year.
Those work for big dreams and little steps. I'd say, someday I'd like to teach English online, or I want to be a team leader. It's all about expressing your ambition.
And the more you practice talking about your goals in English, the more real they start to feel. Even saying one small sentence can help build your confidence.
Let's get practical at interviews or networking events. Which phrases should listeners keep in their back pocket?
A couple that come to mind, I have experience in customer service, or I'm good at solving problems. It shows your strengths right away.
And for meeting new people, try, I work in marketing. What about you? Or even, I'm looking for new opportunities. Opens up the conversation and sounds confident.
If you hear something interesting, say, tell me more about what you do. That not only shows curiosity, but gets the other person talking.
Now for a bit of fun, let's role-play a real job conversation. Julia, you want to kick things off?
Sure. Hi, Jason. What do you do?
Hi, Julia. I work as a software developer at a tech company. I design and test computer programs.
That sounds interesting. What's a typical day like for you?
Most days I start by checking emails. Then I write code and fix any bugs that pop up. Sometimes we launch new features, which is always exciting.
How long have you been doing this job?
It's been 3 years now. What about you, Julia?
I'm a customer service agent at a call center. I help customers with questions and sometimes help train new employees.
Sounds busy. Do you enjoy it?
I do. Helping people gives me a sense of accomplishment. What about any future goals, Jason?
I'd love to move up to a team leader role and maybe work abroad someday.
I'm hoping to become a supervisor, too. Thanks for the chat. Hope this helped everyone listening picture a real conversation.
After that little role play, let's share some practical tips. Julia, what's one thing listeners should do every day?
Speak out loud. It doesn't matter if you're alone. Talking to your mirror is better than nothing. The more you say your job sentences, the more natural they feel.
Great tip. Also, try recording yourself and listening back. You'll catch things you never notice in the moment, and you get to hear your progress.
And don't be afraid of mistakes. They're part of learning. Try using new words when you talk or write about your job, even if you trip up a bit.
Finding a partner to practice with helps too. Or just start thinking in English about work, so it comes out faster when you need it. So, as we wrap up, remember, talking about your job gets easier the more you do it. Every sentence you practice is a step forward.
Absolutely. Don't be shy or afraid to make mistakes. Even a short answer like, I work as a nurse, is a big win and builds your confidence.
We'd love to hear from you. Try writing or saying your job in English and let us know how it goes. Every little bit of practice counts.
Thank you for joining us today. Keep speaking, keep learning, and we'll see you next time on the English Learning Podcast.